What's up guys, welcome to the channel, and in today's video we are going to talk about print statements, comments and escape sequences in Python. This is my sixth video of the Python for Absolute Beginners playlist. Only one person has accessed this playlist and took advantage of it. Hope you do the same because this playlist is going to get more bulkier in the upcoming days. I'm going to add more videos and it's going to be a really good playlist. So hope you access it and please subscribe to the channel for the same, and let's get started. I will open my PyCharm IDE. As you can see, my PyCharm IDE is booting up. After this, I'll right click on YouTube tutorials and then I'll create a new file and call it as tut6.py. After you have opened your file, I'll talk about what is a print statement. So if you type print and parenthesis, that is this curly bracket that is on your number 9 and number 0 key, what it creates is that it creates a space for you to write something. For example, if you want to write a number, for example, if you want to write your name, what it does that this parenthesis right here, it creates a space for you to write anything for you inside this print statement. And what this inbuilt function will do is that it will print everything that you have written inside this statement in the console. For example, if I write 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and if I run this, as you can see, it has printed the number that I've written inside this parenthesis. If I replicate this and I write my channel name, and if I write subscribe to Vansh as well, so as you can see, it has printed my number that I have written inside these parentheses, the code with Ansh my channel name inside these double quotes, that is a string, and that we'll talk later in this playlist, and also the string that I've told it to print here and I've written it inside the parentheses. So it has written everything right here. Now this is the print function which you can use to print anything inside the console. Okay, so we have learned about what is a print statement. Now, what is a comment? For example, if I give you this code and if I tell you that this code is really important and that you don't have to remove it. So how can I tell you? I can write it in this code that please don't remove this comment because this code because this is really important. So I'll write please don't remove this code, really important. After I've written please don't remove this code, really important, as you can see it has given me a red line showing that the Python interpreter cannot interpret this line. And if I run this code for you, as you can see it is telling me that it is an invalid syntax and the Python interpreter cannot interpret what's really happening in this statement. So I will put a hash in front of this statement. And as you can see, it has changed this color into green, into gray in this PyCharm IDE, indicating that this is a comment and that the Python interpreter will ignore this comment and print everything that is after it. It will ignore this. For example, if I even print here that the code ends, it will ignore this, and it will print everything that is not commented. For example, I can even make the interpreter ignore this print statement by just typing a hash in front of it. As you can see, it has ignored this and this, and if I run it for you, it will only print these two statements. As you can see, it has printed only code with Ansh that we haven't commented and subscribed with Ansh that we haven't commented as well, and everything that we have commented, it has just ignored it. And if I uncommented right now and then if I run it, as you can see, it has printed the number as well. So what does this hash do? It creates a comment for you. Whatever statement you write, and in front of it, if you just write a single hash, it comments the whole statement. It makes the Python interpreter ignore it. That is a comment. Okay, so how to easily type in the hash just by using a shortcut? Do we have anything in the PyCharm IDE with us so that we can just comment the whole bit that we have written here? Yes. What you can do is that you can select all these three and then you can hold your control button and type forward slash. What the PyCharm IDE will do is that it will comment this whole bit that you had selected. After this, if I run this code, this won't print anything because the whole thing is ignored as I've just put in hash in front of it. Now I'll tell you about what is a multi-line comment. For example, if I have this print statement and if it is a really big multi-line comment and I don't want to go from selecting the upper part of the code to the lower part of the code, I can type 3 times a single quote. And the PyCharm IDE has interpreted that I want to write a multi-line comment. After you have written these 6 single quotes, you can type your multi-line comment in it, and this will ignore this whole bit that we have put inside the multi-line comment. So hash for a single line comment and these triple three single quotes for a multi-line comment. You can also write a triple double quote. And if I type my print statement in this, as you can see, it has ignored everything. It has ignored these three single quotes, this hash, and this three double quotes. So these are the types of comments that we can use in a Python code. After we have seen what is a comment, we will see what is an escape sequence. Okay, so I'll print the number and then I'll print my channel name. If I run this program, you know that it will print the number and it will print my channel name, as that's what the print function do. But as you can see, if I move my cursor here and if I select it, it highlights a full line here. And what does this indicate? It indicates that the Python interpreter has printed a new line after the number that I've printed. So the Python interpreter adds a new line just after what you have printed in at default. If I don't want to ignore this new line, I can write comma end is equal to and an empty string, just these two double quotes. If I run this, it will print out 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 code with Ansh without any new line character that we saw. As you can see, if I move my cursor here, it's still showing a highlighted new line. Why? Because the highlighted new line is after the code with Ansh string, not after the print the number string that we have already ignored. So if I don't want this new highlighted line, I will write end is equal to an empty string. Now, if I try to select this all, you can see that the new line is not getting selected at all because there is no thing such as new line after the code with Ansh, and we have ignored the default that is created by the Python interpreter. Now, if I want a new line after this, I will write \n. What is \n? It is an escape sequence. Okay, let me give you another analogy. If I comment this whole bit, and if I want to print my directory, or for example the date for today, so I will write date slash month slash year. If I print it, as you can see, it has printed me date slash month that slash year. But if I delete this m and if I write n instead of it, date month year. After I print this, you will be confused to see what has happened. Date, and then it has printed a new line character here after date, and then month, and then slash, and after that it has printed year. So this new line character, as you can see, that is \n, it prints a new line character for you, and it creates an escape sequence that shows that this is a new line character, and this statement that is highlighted is a new line. After we have seen what is a new line character, that is \n is a new line escape sequence. Are there any other escape sequences? Yes, there is an escape sequence such as \t for tab. If I print, let me comment this, if I print code with \n, and as you can see, this red line has come here. Why? Because I haven't put it inside a string. So I'll have to type in double quotes, code with Ansh. Code with \t Ansh. If I print this, as you can see, it has created a tab here for me and a new line that is the default. that the compiler does. So this code with unch and a tab indicates that this new line, that this escape sequence, that is backslash tab, that is backslash t, creates a tab for me. So this backslash t is an escape sequence for tab. After commenting this, I'll show you other escape sequences. For example, backslash r. What is this backslash r? It removes everything that is before it. For example, if I print code with backslash r unch, it will remove everything that is before this backslash r, that is code with. If I print this, it will just print r because it has removed everything that is before this code with r. So this is an escape sequence as well. There is an escape sequence that is backslash a, and if I print it, a new character right here. So this is a random character that it has printed. After this escape sequence, for example, if I want to print something code with unch, and if I want to print another double quote right here, so this will get confused, and it will show me that do you want me to print this or do you want me to print this? I'm getting confused. The Python interpreter will say that to you. So what you have to do is that there's a escape sequence that you have to add, that is backslash double quote. Now this will put code with ans double quote h. I'll run this for you, and as you can see, it has printed code with ans double quote and h. So this is a escape sequence for typing double quote in your string. Similarly, you can do that for your single quote as well. And if I'll print code with unch, if I don't want to print this a character, I'll just type in another slash right here. Now this slash will create another slash that will make the Python interpret it as a single slash. So if I type in this escape sequence, it will print a single slash for me. As you can see, code with single slash unch. So that's how escape sequences work. They make the Python interpret understand what you are saying, and it does not make it confused by what you are trying to say, because as we saw here, if I do not print the single slash, if I do not type the single slash, it is giving me an error showing that what should I interpret, this or this string. So to avoid that confusion, we use escape sequences, and to print new lines and tabs, we can make use of escape sequences. So guys, this is for today. We learned about what is a print statement, what is a comment, and how to use escape sequences. And please write down in the comment section if you have any other escape sequences, because there are many escape sequences in the Python language, and it will be really helpful if you write that. So this was all for today's video. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please subscribe to the channel and access the playlist, and I'll see you next time.